Here we have the trusty 1.0, but is it time to move to the .75? In this video, I'm gonna kind of break down why I'm moving to the .75 for the fall season. You know, I've run the 1.0 for years now and been fortunate enough to hunt with it, to pack out with it. This was my workhorse, but I think I see a couple of advantages in going to the new .75. My 1.0 was a Gen 1 and it does have the rubberized coating, but there's a lot of features that the DeQuistos have kind of evolved in their system. So I think there's a lot of features that go into this that, even though it's only about a pound and a half lighter than the 1.0, make it a significantly better buy, and I'm really excited about hunting with it here this year. Now, I think I should say this too. Nobody will really be able to give their full 2 cents if the .75 is better than the 1.0 until they've hunted with this thing for probably a season. So Andre and Cody are probably the only people that could give the overall aspect of it. Now, there is obviously a little bit of weight savings, but there's also a lot of key features that are now on the .75 over the early Gen 1s of the 1.0. And they've got way more tie-offs on this. And I was messing with my stick configuration earlier and trying to figure out how I'm potentially gonna run my sticks, which I'll get to. I took some extra clips I'll throw in at the end here, but those extra tie-offs are really nice. The other thing that could be super helpful with is packing out. Last year, my second year, I had to pack out due to distance, and it would have been a little bit easier had I been able to use some of the additional tie-offs. That cinch strap that comes with your tree stand is a great tool to, like, I don't know, get everything on there and pull tight. So I really like that. The other thing when I went to set up this stand that I really liked was the fact they put in the bow holder like openings on the stand. So that thing sits in there a little more secure than the original stand where I had to wedge it to a corner and bend the tabs over to kind of secure it in place. There's obviously some better traction built in on this, which I really like. This kind of just slides in there, and when you put your stick on, now everything is nice and flush, which is kind of nice. Now, I got the regular seat post. I did not get the tall 22-inch. And as far as standing in this in the backyard for a few times, I didn't notice the difference, actually. You know, you give up about 1 inch of seat as far as width is concerned. I didn't notice that either, as far as I am a stander. Now, that was one of the biggest things that I never was sold on the .5 for me is I wear a size 11 boot and I don't traditionally have a saddle harness on me. So I was always in favor, if a guy was debating between the .5 and the 1.0, to get the 1.0 because it's so much lighter and better than anything on the market with all the additional features and system integrated thoughts. Now, I think there's a nice little ultra light hang on, meets great functionality, great huntability. You know, without going through this for a fall, I really think Lone Wolf Custom Gear knocked it out of the park with the weight to size ratio on this. You know, I think Cody and Andre nailed this one.